You've been sitting in calculus, figuring out how to calculate the rate of change of a ladder falling, and wondered, when am I ever going to use this in life? Well, you might be surprised. There are actually many uses of calculus in careers and in everyday life. Here are just a few.
One of the areas calculus can be applied to in real life is public health, such as epidemiology, which is the study of the spread of diseases and pathogens. What it's used for in this field is to make mathematical models that predict how a disease will spread and how fast it will spread, based on how infectious it is, how many people have been infected, and how many people have been cured or have recovered from the disease. In public health, this isn't the only thing where calculus can be applied to. There are many others, but this is just one example of which.
Another use of calculus in real life is to predict weather. Now, meteorologists use computer modeling that involves long equations and algorithms that use calculus, such as this one, to predict the changes in weather of a region. In fact, a lot of meteorology is largely based off of differential equations to calculate temperature and pressure changes, which affect the atmosphere.
When designing buildings and other structures, architects use complex integrals to get the exact shape of the curves and angles. Optimization techniques are also used by architects to find out the maximum or minimum window size a building can have. The use of proportions and aesthetics of the building put them into differential equations and take their derivatives to find the max or the min. An example of calculus being used in the real world is the Eiffel Tower. Its design is not a perfect geometric shape, but rather curves incorporated using calculus. A huge part of building the Eiffel Tower was to find its center of mass, which was done by finding the lines tangent to the derivatives of certain equations.
Calculus is also widely used in the field of economics. It can be used to forecast pricing trends for goods or stocks. For example, the Black-Scholes equation uses multiple derivatives and variables such as interest rate to accurately predict the cost of shares in a given time. It is also used in credit cards, as companies can use differential equations to set minimum monthly payments for certain credit cards. Finally, optimization could be used to minimize the cost of production for certain items or construction of sites.
Space engineers also use calculus when engineering probes. They use it to determine the velocity of the Earth and the other planets that the probe may encounter. This allows them to accurately predict the position of the planets at a certain time so they can launch the probes accordingly.
So yeah, while calculus might not help you win a game of Fortnite or get an A on that A push test, it does have quite a few uses in real life that you may not have realized. Thanks for watching.